media, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. Here we are. End of stage 3. And third place for Bini and Gee. Wow, that was close. Look. Just look how close that was. I can't fault Bini today. Bini rode a excellent line to the finish. It was pretty much every man for himself. There was not much of a lead out for anybody, for any rider, for any sprinter. And I think it was just a few meters too short. And this is also Bini feeling out the riders. So this is the good thing about riding against the same riders day after day after day in the sprints. You get to try different things in different scenarios and get yourself into a good position, which is what he was able to do. Which that Giro he won, I think it was 2 years ago, not last year, which I said in the last video, which is 2 years ago. So the good thing is he's understanding the riders, he's understanding how fast who and so is. And today he came like he was right there. He just was like back a little bit too far, 1 or 2 wheels back too far, and yeah, so he just got eked out of that position because he definitely had the speed. Like I said, the finish wasn't completely flat. It was a slight incline to it, so definitely favored Bini, so he can use that power combined with the speed, where a lot of the other guys are just raw speed. So it started from, like I said, it started from kilometer 3, and then the whole day was a surprise. So basically at one of the intermediate sprints, all of the sprinters went for it, and when they went for it, guess what? They kept going. So all of the major sprinters were up the street, and people were like, you know, everyone was like, it was a big gap, and then next thing you know, it was like 2 echelons. There was the group of sprinters that got away, and then there was a group of main favorites, and then there was another group with some of the main favorites in that group, and then with about 20 kilometers to go, all the groups came back together, and it was like ride on. But everyone was expecting a sit down, slow, slug 'em out, boring day. But today was anything but boring. And talking about today, as in today, Pogacar, you would think, like he's gonna chill because it's 3 sprint days. So they get to that 1 kilometer hill, which is a good climb. It's a really good climb. Well, what happens if 3.7 kilometers to go? You got Ineos Grenadiers on the front, pushing the pace, pushing the tempo up this 1 kilometer climb, and then you have Tadej Pogacar sitting in there. We're making sure that he's there and no one goes away. Obviously, he's sitting on Geraint Thomas' wheel because Geraint Thomas is the main guy that he needs to worry about, and it's like it's a kilometer long, so it's like 2 hairpins. So for those people that live in the UK, that's like doing Box Hill. The hill is almost exactly like Box Hill. It looks exactly like Box Hill. But as they get nearer the top, Bini and Gee is in excellent position. He's about, I don't know, maybe 10 riders down in the bunch, and as he comes over, as they're coming over the climb, you can see him like just peeking through and making sure he stays near the front, and keep an eye on any other sprinters to make sure that he doesn't get lost in the kerfuffle. But just as they get near the top, EF rider Andre, he says, "The hell with it," and he shoots off the front. And guess who gets on his wheel right away? Tadej Pogacar. Now, here's where I think it's really, really interesting. Tadej, it was said he's just gonna chill, but I honestly think with the gap that he got, that he basically held on to about, I don't know, maybe 50k from the line, and that's when they finally caught him. But Honoré went, Tadej like, okay, this is like near the top. If Honoré would have went earlier, Tadej would have followed him. They would have had a much bigger gap at the top, and they would not have caught him. But when they did go, Geraint Thomas got on his wheel as well, and when Geraint Thomas got on his wheel, then they had a 3-man breakaway. They had about 5 to 10 seconds on the break, and they were actually gunning and going. And on Ray, the funny thing is, this is one of those things where called your attack. You get dropped by your own attack. So basically, the speed that he put out, he wasn't able to sustain it. But it was perfect for Tadej Pogacar. So when Geraint Thomas came through and then Tadej Pogacar came through, so they were actually catching, and there was one guy chasing on the group, and he pulled off. It looked like a little track or the current quick step. I couldn't make out who exactly it is, but they pulled off. And once that rider that was actually putting in the effort to chase, the gap opened up. The gap opened up. It went up to about 10 to 15 seconds, and it looked like it was going to stick with 2K to go. Tadej Pogacar was on the front and gunning it, and it's looking like, oh my goodness, Tadej is going to possibly take a stage victory on a sprinter stage, or maybe Geraint's going to sit on his wheel and take the stage. But they were going. Geraint Thomas was just, Gee was just like, he was just balls out. He had nothing left. He could give nothing. And he just had, all he could do was just sit on Tadej's wheel. But had they, Andre did that move earlier on that little climb, they would not have caught Tadej. They would not have caught Tadej Pogacar. He would have upset all the sprinters. He would have upset me because I'm looking for Bini to win the stage. But it would have been marvelous. So it's just like, it's just pure excitement. So that last turn, that last really sharp turn, just before they hit the 1K to go, Tadej Pogacar and Geraint Thomas still had about 5 to 10 seconds, and in a situation like this, that's all you need, as long as you got two strong guys that can really eke it out. And Tadej was really pushing hard, but Geraint just couldn't come through. The pace was just too hot. I mean, Tadej was on lead-out pace, and that's like a hard pace to sustain. We all know that Tadej is just like on a next level. He's just on another planet. So, but as the only reason that they got caught was because Geraint Thomas wasn't able to contribute. If Geraint Thomas was able to contribute the same as Tadej was doing, they would not have gotten caught. But as they're coming to the finish, it's getting close. They finally started to catch them. There is no real lead out. Everyone is like every man for themselves. And as you can see in the picture, you got Tim Mullier. He's just ahead of Bini, and then you had Mullen. From Track Little, and Mullen was the actual one. He was actually in the front. He was actually so let's see what happens here. We're coming. We got a DSM rider on the front who's leading out our fears, and here he has Mullen on the right, and then Muller comes through the center, and Bini's just to the right, and it's just like Bini is he's riding wheels. Like he had to come from too far behind. Like he had to make up so much ground, and that's the reason why he wasn't able to really eke out the win. If he didn't have to make up so many wheels, he definitely was in with a greater chance to win. But that's just the way the ball bounces, the wheel rolls, trying to make up some new stuff. So I mean, really close finish. Bini got on the podium, got third place. He got some really valuable points going towards the sprint jersey, and that's the big thing. That's the thing that he can go for. So we'll see how he goes with the sprint classification, and over the next few days, if he can continue to stay up there and battle it out, and on some of the climbing stages that get through and actually get some of the points in the later stages. You never know. He may be able to come away with the classification jersey. We will see. But as you can see, really close finish today. Bini Mgrame, well done. Bini is our man. Eritrea, stand up. What's up, Eritrea? All my Eritrean fans of Bini Mgrame. And I'm so sorry that I'm not bringing you any video because I'm not trying to get any copyright strikes or get my videos flagged or anything like that. So if you do want to see any highlights, go check out Eurosport, Flow Bikes, bunch of other people that are able to show it. So right now, Say It With Your Legs Media, we just got our media pass, and then next year we're going to work on stuff like getting like media rights, so at least we can show you highlights from the race. So we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it correct, and the viewers we get. If we get them one to 10 viewers, 10 to 20 viewers, 100 viewers on each video. That's what we get. But this is how we have to do it until we are able to get the rights to just at least show highlights. Or if not, when I'm at the races, I will bring my own highlights. And that is the ultimate plan, to bring my own highlights like I've been doing with the Belgian races earlier in the year. Just bring my own highlights and talk to the riders and everything. So really close finish. Man, Bini. I sort of knew you were going to give us a really good finish today. The course was definitely for you, and we'll see over the next couple of days. And I think I'll have a agenda at the stage. I really haven't had agenda at the stage of what the stage looks like for tomorrow. Should we do that right now? Are we online? No, we're not online. We need to get online first. Turn the Wi-Fi on. So we're going to go and have a look at what tomorrow's stage looks like. It's another flat stage, a sprinter stage apparently. So we're going to go to, are we going to go to screen share? Is that screen share? That's screenshot. And that's screen, I think this is screen share. No, that's screenshot. That's a thing. Come on. Chameleon. Red, gold, and green. Screen share. That's screen share. Okay, let's go. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Okay, so we are. What we need. So we're gonna go to. That's Bini. Pro Cycling Stats. And then we go to info, profiles, info, where we go? Come on. Profiles, oh, stage. That's stage 3. Here we go, stage 4. To Andorra. Oh. Stage 3. That's stage 4. That does not look like a sprinter stage to me. It's got a flat finish. But ooh, that's got a monster. That's got a monster of a climb in it. Let's make that big. This is tomorrow's stage, stage 4. No, that's not happening. So this is stage 4 tomorrow. Let's scroll up a little bit. And as you can see, that's where they're going from. And then let's see if they highlight any of the climbs. So that's the finish. The finish is a downhill run. Does it go? No, it's completely flat. So that's an all out. I don't know what type of so this is the only thing. This is where I would put my money on Bini. If, like, because it's a category 3 climb. It's a category 3 climb. And man. Hey, Natasha. How you doing, Natasha? So, man, but it's still enough time. Even if the big sprinters get dropped, you got like 2 climbs. One at, what is it, like 50, just after 50, at 50 kilometers. That's like, it's shorter, but it kicks up and then it drops down, and then there's a sprint classification. And there's also, let me see. Yeah, there's that category 3 climb. I can't say it's not tough, because trust me, at the speed that these guys climb, everything is tough. Yeah, but it's such a long way to the finish that the only way that like, because we know Bini can get over the climbs pretty good, and the only way that like Intermarché and a couple other teams, like if they get Bini over the climb ahead of like Miller and some of the other sprinters, they have to really put the gas down on that descent and then for the rest of the climb. And unless they do that, that's the only way that they're going to stay away, because I believe that, you know, a lot of the sprinters will get dropped on that big old climb. It's called the was that Milogono? Malagono. So it's the called the Malagono, and it's category 3 climb. So even if some of the sprinters get dropped on there, they got way, like they got so much time to to time trial and get back, and it's a lot of downhill. So almost half of the distance back is going downhill, but then it's flat, and it all depends on when they get the flat, where the winds are coming, if they're coming left, right, headwinds or something, or cross tailwinds or something like that. That you know, that depends. But tomorrow should be an interesting day. Anyway, let me close this out. Thanks for joining me, people. I really appreciate you. And until tomorrow, Bini to the world. Third place on the podium, classification points in play. Let's really quickly. We got to go to stage 3. We gotta just like look to see where he is actually on the classification. I didn't even, so I'm looking at the thing, but I don't have it on the screen. And there we go. Let's bring it back up. And so what we want to do is see the so that's okay. Let's go back to, this is the easiest thing to do, page 3. I mean stage 3. And so as you can see, Milan, so little track, stood out quick step, and then Intermarché, and they obviously got a couple of bonus seconds. The GC is going to stay the same to the Pogacar, Geraint Thomas, and the points. That's the points jersey. So you have Gourmet is up in 4th place. He was in 4th place, so he stayed there. He hasn't moved any. Looks like Filippo Florore. Florado. He's dropped down 2 places. Milan moved up 23 places. Wow. Because obviously he was in 2nd place, and then Tim Muller, he's leading. So the points is 27, 63, 63. So those two are tied. The first 1 and 2 are tied on 63. Bini's on 31. And we have to see how Bini needs to go for those intermediate sprint points. He needs to go for those intermediate sprint points. Anyway, let me get off of this, man. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you are enjoying the Giro d'Italia. I hope you enjoy the thumbnails. I'm really enjoying doing the thumbnails. So if you dig the thumbnails, then cool. Anyway, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And it's Louis, Savage Your Legs Media, girod'italia, Bini Gourmet to the world. You already know. But and his brother's coming along. So, and we got some juniors that we're going to be catching up with, some Eritrean juniors that we're going to catch up with later in the year when we get back to Belgium. Savage Your Legs Media, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.